Hello, I am Ryan from Austin Reviews.
Stephanie Hunt.
Very nice to meet you. What brought you to the film?
Well, Bob, I guess. I've always known he's an interesting guy in Austin, and, I wanted to make a film in Austin. I'm from Austin.
Right. How does it feel to bring an Austin film to the biggest Austin film fest, South by Southwest?
Short of, a dream come true.
Right.
Screaming the whole day today and the whole plane flight, it's like, I'm from Austin, so it's really great.
So, do you enjoy the dry humor that's kind of in the film?
Yes, I do. I think that humor's good dry, Sometimes it can get too moist or in your face. And
Yeah, I hate a good dry, toasty kind of humor. You have to have that deep, kind of cereally, moist humor.
Yeah, maybe you're gonna. Wait. You say you like the cereal moist thing?
No, okay, I'm confused. I like the dry toast.
Okay, me too. Yeah, you could kill somebody or make them laugh at the same time.
And I love the films where you don't know if they're gonna laugh or they're gonna die.
Right. It's very keeps you on your toes. You're not like, oh, I should be laughing. You're like, should I be laughing?
Right. Yeah, a film that makes you feel kind of eerie about the fact that you love it, and then you're not quite sure who you can tell that you enjoy this film because they're going to think strangely of you if they don't enjoy it. Those are my favorite kind of film.
Like Happiness.
Yes, very much so. Happiness. So, if you could pick one other character in the film that you could play, who would it be? Who is your other favorite character?
Probably the therapist. Firstly, my thought was the son, the little boy. It'd be nice to play young, but I don't know that I could really cut it. I like the therapist. It'd be good to give people advice on things.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice. It was nice to meet you.
You too.
I hope to see the film. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much. It was a nice conversation.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much. So. Maybe we can enjoy some dry toast together.
Yeah, breakfast, no cereal.
Yes, very much so. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Good.
Hey,
I'm Ryan from Austin Reviews.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Are you excited to be in the Austin film at Austin's biggest film festival?
I am very excited. I lived in Austin for about 8 years. I used to volunteer for South by Southwest. We shot here, so this feels like the right place to open it. So yeah, it's exciting. I'm happy to be here.
If you could pick another character in the film besides your own, that's your favorite character to play, no sex boundaries or age boundaries, who would you play?
Geez, that's a really good question. I think that it would be fun to play. I don't know if you met Ian, who plays Lyle the kid, but I like his character. He sort of is watching everything happen and can kind of just sort of soak it all in and not be such an active participant. So the lazy man in me probably thinks that would be fun.
Yeah, that sounds great. So how do you feel about the animation touches to the film?
Well, I love Bob Sabiston, and he's an Austin hero. So I think that they're great, and they kind of work with this sort of dreamy. There's something about the humor of the film that's not totally grasped, based in the world, or it's not the most naturalistic movie in certain ways. It's more stylized, and it has a humor that is of this kind of alternate world, and I think that the animations really sort of accentuate that, and so I just think they look cool too, and they help with certain time-lapse things. They're just really helpful, and they look cool, and they give the film, I think, a nice, just otherworldliness that I kind of appreciate. So
very, very nice. Can you tell me a little bit about your character now?
Sure. I play Max, and he's kind of a guy floating through life without knowing what he wants, and sort of stumbles into relationships and stumbles into money and stumbles into different sticky situations. So it's kind of a story about a guy who sort of lets the world sort of just throw things at him, and he kind of just rolls with it. So so that's kind of the main through line, which is fun because it means that he encounters all these kind of crazy characters, and I can sort of be the guide going through the path, and at each little turnstile there's a different nice person that's going to pop out. So yeah.
Well, I can't wait to see the film. Thank you very much for your neighbor. Hey, I'm Ryan from Austin Reviews.
Nice to meet you, Ryan.
I enjoy your band.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
How does it feel to be at the biggest kind of music startup festival, but in the film side?
I'm really enjoying it, actually. The band played 4 years ago, actually, shortly after our first record came out, and that was kind of pretty hectic. I found this is a little bit more mellow, more my pace, and it's like I really love movies. I got to go see a movie yesterday, so it's a neat thing. I really like film festivals.
Yeah, South by Southwest for musicians is constant bombardment of day shows. How do you guys even sleep?
Yeah, it was. I mean, we only did I think 3 or 4 shows, so we didn't do the like classic 8 shows in one day. Your singer can't talk for a week afterwards. We didn't do any of that. But you know, you make it work.
So, how does your music kind of fit in with the animation that's in the film?
Well, the way it worked was Bob, I got the script and read it, and I just immediately started sending music his way, and he would sort of pick the best pieces I sent him, or the ones that he liked and thought fit the vibe of the movie. So I think, I actually haven't seen a cut of it in 4 or 5 months, so I'm not sure how it specifically works with the animation, but I think there's one theme that I wrote that is synced up with that.
Very nice. So you're as excited as everybody else to see this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I watched it probably 5 or 6 times over the course of scoring it, and then I came down here at the end of November and recorded it at this really wonderful studio. But I decided after the kind of product was done for me to not watch it and come in with fresh eyes. So I'm incredibly psyched to watch it today.
That's exciting. So what's next for Vampire Weekend?
Recording a 3rd album. We're working.
When's it coming?
It's coming when it comes.
Yeah. You're good at this.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing the interview.
Okay, yeah,
appreciate it. Any South by showcases?
You know, I DJ at a party on Friday night, and I'm going to DJ the after party tonight, but that'll be the extent.
Well, that's worth it, man.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So how does it feel to bring your film here?
It's a great festival, and it's really exploded, so it's totally different from how it's ever been. It's like a national festival now, and it's been a regional festival for a while, so it's really fun to see it. It's like a real film festival now, you know.
I mean, I came here just 3 years ago as my first South by, and since then, completely changed.
I think it started to change in 2009, and it's been changing for the last few years.
So how did you design, like, kind of the animation and throw that into the film?
Well, you know, I worked with the Scanner Darkly guy, Bob Sabiston, who's a brilliant animator. So we sort of told him basic ideas, and then he would take over. And I don't know if you've seen his work, but
yeah, Skinner Darkly is amazing.
He's uniquely talented. So you sort of give him a shape, but you got to leave him alone, and then he'll come back with something much better than you could envision.
So is the artwork in there kind of like the Scanner Darkly kind of look?
I don't know. Are you going to see the film? You tell me.
I'm excited to see it.
I think he's got a really unique aesthetic, and you know, so there's no one like him. So it's going to look a little bit like his work. So
what was the inspiration for writing the film?
Just not having access to the internet for a while, so.
That does that to everybody.
Yeah. I really recommend shutting it off for at least a couple hours a day.
Yeah, so if you stop looking at lolcats, you'll be okay?
That's my suggestion.
Very, 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 very nice. So what was your favorite character to write? Which one?
Well, Sal, the Nick Offerman character, is really funny and fun to write. He's fun to write because I've known Nick for a long time, and he's also, like South by, he's sort of exploded also, so it's been fun to put him in this kind of position.
So did you know Nick from in the past to bring him here?
I worked on a film with him in the late 90s, so I've known him for a long time.
Very, very nice. I look forward to seeing the film, and thank you for talking to us. No problem, man. Hey, Nick. I'm Ryan from Lost in Reviews.
Hi, Ryan.
Very nice to meet you. You are the man of 1,000 beards.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So what brought you to Austin's kind of darling film here?
Well, I have worked on 3 films here in town with Bob Byington. I love Austin. Any excuse to come here and eat barbecue, I'll jump on. So I would have done this film for a lot less of a role. Fortunately, he wrote me a nice big role this time, and I love working with Bob. He's a really smart, funny writer. He really thinks outside the box, so I love supporting him and being on his team. And getting to produce this film was especially fun because it allowed me to have a much more creative influence than I usually do, just making funny faces.
So you can be more than the guy on Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if there was another character in the film besides your own, I hear Sal is fantastic. Who would you pick to play? No gender or age matters.
Probably Bob Schneider, the wedding singer. He seems to have a good time.
Very nice. So you're looking for the guy that likes to party?
Sure. I mean, that's what comes to mind. That seems like it would be a fun role to essay. Plus, you only have to work one day, and you get to play a guitar.
You can't beat that. So I'm a Kansas City guy. We're talking about Austin Barbecue.
Okay.
But, you know, I enjoy Austin Barbecue more than Kansas City Barbecue. Where should I eat?
Oh, in Austin?
Yeah.
I would send you about an hour south to the town of Lockhart, where these two traditionally feuding barbecue houses, Smitty's and Kreutz's. Either one is amazing. They're run by two brothers. It all used to be Smitty's, and there was a brother feud, and one of them split off and formed Kreutz's. Either one of those places will blow your mind.
I'm excited. I have to do it. Thank you very much for doing the interview. I enjoy Parks and Rec, man.
Pleasure. Thank you. Appreciate it.